My name is Philip Jenkins, and I am very sorry indeed that I could not be with you in person for this gathering. When I first received the invitation for this event, I was doubly delighted for the reason that I love the Netherlands, and also I was so excited to read this excellent work of scholarship between tradition and transformation. But more than that, the themes that we are talking about here are so critical to understanding Christianity, to understanding the modern world, the modern state of Europe. And also, I want to underline just the privilege that we have today of living in this time, in this hour. Has there been a time in the last 1,000 years which was such a time of growth, of exciting development within the Christian tradition? We have the privilege of being part of this today. It also makes us perhaps think of where we stand in the larger Christian history. We live at the greatest time of expansion, of growth in the history of Christianity. Christianity is a religion that was born in Africa and in Asia, and in our lifetimes it has decided to go home. We need to think about this on a world scale. I'm sometimes asked, what are the fastest growing religions in the world? And I always say there are two. There is Islam, and there is Christianity outside Europe. It is such a time of growth. It is also inevitably a time of movement and of migration. And the more we look at this, the more it makes us rewrite our whole history of Christianity. We are used to these very stable societies of Christian communities. But look back at the New Testament, look at the book of Acts, and what you see is a world of constant movement, migration, mission, and an interchange of cultures. When we look at the letters of the great early founders of the faith, we realize that relations between the different people, the different communities, often had these tensions that had to be thought through. People had to think about them and resolve them. And so if we today have these disagreements, we have to realize that others have been there first. Others have faced these issues, and such great predecessors as we read in the New Testament. From the position of a North American or a European, we have to, as Christians, live in a time, in a mood of constant gratitude, that our faith, our churches have been so strengthened and so developed by constant waves of immigrants. I am very prejudiced here. I am an immigrant in the United States. I am used to some of these issues, but what a time when we can look at other societies, we can draw on their strengths. Now, as Christians from different communities work together, obviously they will not agree on everything, every point, and every issue. But there is unity on so much of what brings us together in a time of, frankly, of darkness, of confusion, of disintegration in secular societies. The great strength for Christians often is that they do not have the approval of those societies. They are often regarded as being outsiders, as representing the past, as refusing to go along with what all those people regard as natural progress. Christians have to speak for what is true, and they have to take account of tradition and take account of transformation. And as they relate to each other, well, there's a very famous phrase which summarizes this. How must they respond to all these disagreements over issues? Well, in what is essential, unity. In what is doubtful, liberty. But in all things, charity. I've said we live in one of the greatest times of Christianity. We have the opportunity to be a salt, a leaven. We have the opportunity to transform the world at a time when it has never needed it more. So I regard this as an enormous time of celebration and of gratitude. And my one regret, as I say, is that I cannot be with you today in order to share the kind of discussions that you will be having. So please feel sorry for me not being able to be there. And once again, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this event, however distantly. Thank you.